Justin Glover here for Richmond Athletics. I'm here with sophomore guard Claire Holt. Claire, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Claire, let's get right into it. Where were you when you heard the news about the sports being canceled and kind of what your emotions were going through that process?
The first time I heard of any sports getting canceled is I heard the Ivy League tournament got canceled. And I remember thinking, like, that's just them. And I was like, I signed a petition to say, hey, bring it back. That's so unfair. And I was like, wow, that really sucks for their seniors. Then come to find out it was getting canceled everywhere. My best friend was playing in South Carolina and went home halfway through the game. So that's when I started to realize it was getting real, and it was very scary. But I was grateful that we were able to play our tournament in time, though.
So how has remote learning been going, and how is your setup at home, and where are you in quarantine right now? Where are you located?
Yeah, I'm at home in Birmingham, Alabama. There's not as many cases here as there are in other places, so I'm kind of grateful. People make fun of me for being from here, but now that they wish they were from here. The weather's been great, so I've been outside a lot, doing work outside, stuff like that. But mostly, I feel like I think teachers are assigning more work initially because they don't know like how much time you have, or they expect you to do just as much work. So it feels like you're on the computer in class and doing homework assignments for like all day. But I guess technically it would be the same as if you were on campus. But it was really overwhelming, and I have to keep a sign on my door that says like, I'm in class, please don't interrupt, and like tell everybody, hey, I'm about to be in class. And so it's been hard to find like a quiet space to do work. But I've been set up at my desk, and mostly I just sit here and do work all day.
You talked about being outside. I know you're one of those people that loves being in the gym. How do you stay creative in getting shots up or staying in shape and doing workouts?
Yeah, it's been hard. I don't have a hoop at my house, so I've had to go find courts to play on, and some of my regular spots are either locked up or they have like wood boarded over the rim so you can't shoot. So I've been having to get creative. I've been texting people I know, like, hey, do you know where a gym is? So I have a court that's still open now, but we had to chalk down our own free throw line and 3-point line to make sure everything was accurate. And then my older brother's been begging me for forever to work out with him, help him get his summer body. So he does all my workouts with me, and it's killing him, but that's how we stay motivated. We work out together in our basement. And I'm one of the only people on the team that has like some free weights at my house, and like a squat rack. So I have all the access to that type of stuff. So the way I see it is just get super strong. I've been doing just like a ton of like ball handling in the basement, like of my house. And one of the things I'll do is I'll watch YouTube videos. A lot of like professional trainers are putting like free content out during this time. So I've been like doing tutorials like online and workouts online pretty much every day, at least 10, 15 minutes. It's a good study break from sitting at the desk all day. So it's a nice balance.
Have you been able to keep up with your teammates and coaches and things like that, and talk about what they've been doing in terms of communication?
Yeah, we talk a lot. I mean, we spoke yesterday. We probably meet as a team at least 3 times a week. And then we have little we set up smaller groups of like 3 or 4 of us to keep in touch about our workouts. So we'll be like, hey, I just went running, or Alex will text like, I just did the conditioning workout, and like send a picture. So we do that, and it kind of keeps everybody motivated because it's like, well, I'm the only one that hasn't done it yet, or you're the first one to do it. So it keeps everybody in check. We talk a lot, and sometimes we just have just team nights where we all get like our dinner on Friday night, and then we just sit down and talk about stuff together.
What do you miss the most about not being on campus?
Well, I really miss the Robbins Center and its nice facilities and the rebounding machine and the court, but I miss the dining hall and having food like that all the time. I really miss my teammates. I miss like playing against them, competing. Um, just we don't have anybody to compete against except for yourself or a timer or something like that. So I really miss the competition, and I think that this little off season was going to be a really good one. So we have to adjust and make sure we're still making progress and all of that. I just really miss seeing my teammates and having a reliable court to go to.
Right. And then finally, what do you think it means to be a student athlete at Richmond? I know it's very different than other places, but from your perspective.
Um, I feel like students at Richmond, all of the students there are all very like ambitious, determined. They're smart students. You're gonna have smart peers in all of your classes. And as a result, you end up wanting to do better and keep up or be just as good. And I think all of the athletes when you come to Richmond, you know that that's part of the standard here. So it's a special place where you get a mix of people who are great athletes, Division I, and then they're really hardworking students in the classroom. And I have tons of athletes in some of my classes, and some of them are just so articulate, and I just like love being around people like that who can be so well spoken. So I think it's a really unique blend of those two things. And plus, it's a little like hidden away gem that people might not know about, but when you do learn about it, you're like, this is pretty cool. So I love it. I have a lot of spider pride.
Well, stay safe, Claire, and thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me.